Spot check inventory time, guys. I just got to do a little spot check inventory. Some things that are on my mind I just want to share with you guys. You know, if you're in recovery, man, and you see someone, you know, and you need to spot check yourself. This is something you can spot check yourself each and every day on. But if you're in recovery, man, and you see somebody, and I've done this too, especially in early sobriety, that you know, you see someone in the meetings and they're doing good, but then you kind of get a little envious. If you get honest and humble, man, you're getting a little envious, like, oh man, look at that dude. Oh, but yeah, and you try to pick out the flaws in the person. Oh, but is he really doing this? And oh, I see him do that. I see him shoot a move here, but he's doing good, and you see something in him, but you try to pick out the flaws and pick out the wrongs in him. You know, that's like pointing your finger at somebody else. And when you're pointing your finger at somebody else, you got 3 pointed back at yourself. Because if you spot it, you got it, you're going to get it, or you just had it. Hold on, let me say that again. If you spot it, you probably got it, or you're going to get it, or you already had it, you've already done that. You know what I'm saying? And I've already done that. I've been that person that sees someone in the meetings, and it's like, oh, trying to pick out, oh yeah, what he does this, blah, 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 and look at all the flaws in the person. Instead of going up to that person humbly and saying, hey man, I see you doing good, man. You really look like you know the bookies. You look like you've really gone through the steps. How did you do that? How did you do that? You know, instead of like pointing out the flaws and looking the bad at the person and trying to, like, you know, bash the person and talk and gossip about the person, basically judging the person. You know, and the Bible talks about do not judge and do not gossip. You know what I'm saying? I mean, those are 2 things in there that are in there. Don't envy. You know, be humble. It's always about having a humble heart and saying, hey, you know what? I like what you're doing, man. You might not be doing it perfect because nobody does it perfect. Hey, to this day, newsflash, I don't do it perfect. You know what I'm saying? But we strive to try to do better. And as a fellowship, we should be lifting each other up. Iron sharpens iron. We're supposed to build each other up, you know what I mean? Not bring each other down. That's that old street level. And you know, that's a lot of our own character defects. And if you really do an inventory, that stuff is your shortcomings, man. We always want to lay down in the gutter talking down on somebody. We want to be in the gutter. We're down in the gutter, but we're still talking down on other people. That's how we are, to make ourselves feel better. So I just want to let you know that you make yourself look dumb. People make yourself look dumb when you're talking about someone, or you're trying to point out someone else's flaws. Oh, he ain't doing this, or is he really doing that? I bet you he's not really doing it. You're actually making yourself look stupid, because if anybody that ain't got any brains and been in the program long enough, they know that's because you got your own self-esteem and you got your own issues to work on. So in your own mind, when you're at a meeting or you got someone and you start thinking those thoughts, spot check yourself, man. Spot check yourself and say, wait a minute, what am I not doing right? And you know what? Why don't I put my place in my position, and what's my part? Because we all have a part in everything we do. And if you're nitpicking at somebody else, you need to figure out what you're not doing right, and figure out, you know, because it's just like bullying, man. When you're making fun of somebody else, oh, you're fat, oh, this or that, you're making fun of other people, that's because you got low self-esteem, and there's something in your own body, in your own mind, that you're not happy with yourself. So, spot check recovery 101, guys. That's what it is. I mean, hey, no one's perfect. I'm definitely not perfect. I fall short each and every day. And I just got to say, you know, sponsorship, you know, talking about something else that's on my mind. Sponsorship, I'm not the best sponsor. I'm not saying anybody's the best sponsor. I'm just saying I'm the type of sponsor. It's like, look, bro, you asked me to be your sponsor. I'm going to tell you, look, go to meetings, work the big book, do the deal. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do each and every day. It's 101, baby. That's recovery. Sponsorship's all about when you're at the dope house. When you're at the dope house, you don't ask the dope man. Don't call you each and every day. Does the dope man call you? No, you call the dope man. The dope man don't need to do nothing. The dope man has the dope in his pocket. He sits at home, and you call him, and you even bring clients to him. That's how it works. Sponsorship's the same way. A sponsor doesn't do the work. You do the work. He guides you and helps you through the work. You know what I'm saying? You go to the big books tables. You sit at the big book table. You call your sponsor. You ask your sponsor, hey, will you help me with let's do the first and second step. Let's do the third step. Your sponsor should not be calling you and saying, hey, are you ready to work the third step? Hey, you want to go through the big book? You want to read the big book? You need to do the initiating. You need to be picking up the phone. You got to show him that you're willing and ready. He doesn't need to prove nothing to you, because you're the one asking him. And that's just how I roll, man. I'm not one of them guys that's going to hold your hand and baby you and say, come on and come to this meeting. What are you doing? I'm going to say, look, bro, you want it? You got it. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? You want to work the steps? I'll get you through the steps in 1 week. I'll get you through the steps in 3 days. It's how bad you want it and how far you're willing to go and how fast you're ready to get it. Because if you're in this thing, and if you really truly work the first step, and you admitted that you're powerless over alcohol in your life to become a manager or alcohol, drink or drug or whatever you may be, then you've committed to work in this program, because you know that you can't do it by yourself. If you got 1, 2, and 3 down, you've admitted that I can't do this alone, that I'm powerless, and I need your help, and I've committed to do this for the rest of my life, one day at a time. And if you do that, then you're ready to put the work in. You know what I'm saying? Then you're ready to do the deal, and you're going to continue to do the deal, and you're going to continue to be more revealed and continue to work it each and every day. So it ain't nothing I'm going to do. I'm not holding your hand. So if you're looking, and there may be guys out there that will hold your hand, call you, make sure, want to sit down with you 2-3 times a week. I ain't that guy, bro. I'm the guy that says, look, we can meet once a week, go over the steps. You got any questions about the big book, you call me at night, we'll figure it out. I'm not one of them guys to hold your hand, man. No one held my hand. They said, you ready to work it? Let's see you work it. You know what I'm saying? Put in the work. Like Michael Jordan, be there 3 hours before practice even starts. That's how you do. That's how you figure it out. So, you know, I'm just talking about spot checking and about checking yourself on different things, and that's how you gotta spot check yourself, man. If you see yourself getting envious or jealous, or in your own mind, and you're thinking some things about this guy or this person or what they're doing, you know, it was best said by Jack Johnson, and I can't quote his quote verbatim exactly what it says, but in the song is called "Better Together." I'll get the lyrics up and we'll get them. But "Better Together," he basically says in a nutshell, everybody's so worried about everybody else that they don't know nothing about themselves because they're all concerned about everybody else. Don't be concerned about what other people are doing. Your recovery depends on you and what you're doing. And if you're doing what you're doing one day at a time, you will gravitate towards people that are working the work, and the other ones will wean themselves out. Because don't worry about what other people are doing, because if it don't come out in the wash, it comes out in the rinse. God shines light on everything. He'll get everybody and wean out the wean-outers. You know what I'm saying? They'll wean themselves out. You ain't got to worry about the fakers. You just need to be a doer and do it. You know what I'm saying? That's how you got to do it each and every day. So what I'm trying to tell you, my friends, is don't be concerned about what everybody else is doing. Be concerned about what you're doing. Be humble and ask for help. And if you see somebody, and maybe they have less time than you, and you see them growing, or they got more, you know, whatever it may be, because there's some guys that come in so hungry, man, they get it right away, and boom, they're taking off. You know, that was me. I took off and ran with it. By 5 months, bro, I was doing open talk. And that's because I worked hard each and every day and grinded with this recovery, because I needed it, because I knew it was life or death for me. And that's the decision you got to make up. You want to sit around and play around and listen to music all day and sit in your underwear and go to one meeting a day, a couple meetings a day, barely share, sit there and take pictures with girls and have a good time and gossip and this and that. You can do all that. But the guys that are grinding, going to the big book study, taking notes, calling their sponsor, asking questions, getting in the book, bugging their sponsor to do his steps, to putting the pen to the paper, to making the amends, to wanting to change, those are the winners that are going to win, and those are the winners that are going to make it. So that's all I'm trying to say, man, out here, is you got to quit playing the game. Yeah, I'm a little frustrated, I'm a little pumped up today, and that's why I'm getting this out on this video, man. I got to get it out there, bro, because I got to get all this junk out that all these people are coming around here playing around with. This ain't no little game, man. This ain't no, well, look what Johnny did, look what Joey did, and look what Judy did. And quit complaining about whatever the people are doing. Do what you got to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about who other people are working their steps. Worry about how you're working your steps. You know what I'm saying? Quit focusing on what everybody else is doing. That's just what I'm trying to say, man. I see a lot of it going around here, man. I see a lot of gossiping and hating and all this stuff, and it's just retarded, bro. It's retarded. We're supposed to lift each other up. We're supposed to be a brotherhood that lifts each other up, that prays for each other, that humbles ourselves and say, man, you're really doing good, man. You're doing better than me. Man, what'd you do? Because if you want what I got, you'll shop where I shop. If you want what I got, you'll do what I do. And I'm not saying everyone wants what I got. There's a lot of people that don't. They don't want to do what I got to do. But hey, I'm happy with self today. And I know what I needed to do. And I followed my sponsor around like a little puppy. And a lot of people say, man, you know all his little cliches, man. You can do his open talk for him if you want to. That's right. Because I listened and I followed him like a shadow because I wanted what he had and I did what he did. And that's why I can remember the slogans and everything today. Because guess what? I'm blessed and highly favored, and I know that today. And it's all because I worked it and I was humble enough to say, I don't know how to do it. Show me how to do it. And I want to do it, so show me what you want me to do, not tell you what I want me to do, what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that helps you. I hope it gives you some motivation. And to spot check yourself every day. Every time you get them voices in your head and you start envying and boasting or looking at other people, what they're doing, just remember, you spot it, you got it, you're going to get it, or you just had it. Quit worrying about what other people are doing. Start focusing on self. God bless. Have a good day.